Lumumba was born in the year of 1925, July 2nd, in the village of Onalo, which is in the Katokombe region of Kasai province in what is now termed as Democratic Republic of Congo. His father's name was Francois Tolenga Oteshima, and mother's name was Julian Wamato Lumenja. Patrice Lumumba, the African nationalist leader, was the first Prime Minister of Democratic Republic of Congo. He had an interesting educational journey. About his primary education, he was raised in a Catholic family, and Lumumba attended Protestant primary school. He continued with his education at Catholic Missionary School. Later, he attended the Government Post Office Training School, where he successfully completed 1-year course of distinction. Despite limited access to formal education, Lumumba's intelligence and drive allowed him to excel academically. His journey from school to becoming a prominent political figure was truly remarkable. In the aftermath of Congo's independence, a nation teetered on the edge of chaos. Amidst the turmoil, one man plotted in the shadows, his ambition fueled by betrayal and trickery. This is the story of Joseph Mobutu and his role in the downfall of Patrice Lumumba. Joseph Mobutu was a rising star in Congolese military, ambitious and eager for power. He saw Lumumba as an obstacle to his ambition and seized opportunity to betray him. Mobutu was a master manipulator, skilled in the art of political intrigue. He cultivated alliances with Lumumba's adversaries and collaborated closely with Belgian and American intelligence. In secret meetings, Mobutu conspired with Belgian and American agents. The American intelligence agency involved in the plot of Patrice Lumumba and his government was the Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA played a significant role in supporting anti-Lumumba factions within Congolese government and military, providing training, funding, and logistical support to those seeking to overthrow Lumumba's administration. This involvement was motivated by Cold War considerations and concerns about Lumumba's perceived leftist leanings and potential alignment with the Soviet Union. Mobilizing support within the military, Mobutu orchestrated a coup that toppled Lumumba from power. With President Kasavubu's endorsement, Lumumba was ousted, marking the beginning of the end. In a witness given by one of the witnesses, I quote, "I remember the day they came to Lumumba. The soldiers bagged in brutally and mercilessly. Lumumba was betrayed by those he trusted most." End of quote. Under Mobutu's watchful eye, Lumumba was captured and held captive, his fate hanging in the balance. Mobutu's betrayal was complete, but his role was far from over. Handing Lumumba over to Katangan separatists, Mobutu sealed his fate. Lumumba's enemies, emboldened by Mobutu's collusion, orchestrated his assassination. In the tumultuous aftermath of Congo's independence, amidst the chaos and power struggles, one man emerged as pivotal figure in the downfall of Patrice Lumumba. This is the story of MOISE TSHOMBE's collaboration in Lumumba's tragic demise. MOISE TSHOMBE, the leader of Katanga province, had long opposed Lumumba's vision for unified Congo. He saw Lumumba as a threat to his own ambitions and the interests of Katanga separatists. TSHOMBE's collaboration with Belgian colonial interests and international mining companies made him a powerful ally in the plot against Lumumba. He saw an opportunity to strengthen his grip on power by aligning himself with Lumumba's enemies. TSHOMBE's collaboration with external actors, including Belgian and American intelligence agencies, provided him with resources and support needed to undermine Lumumba's government. Mobilizing support within Katanga, TSHOMBE fomented unrest and instability. weakening Lumumba's authority and paving the way for eventual downfall. In a witness given by one of the witnesses, I quote, "I remember the day Lumumba was captured. TSHOMBE's forces were instrumental in his arrest. They handed him over to enemies, sealing his fate." End of quote. TSHOMBE's betrayal was complete when Lumumba was transferred into Belgian custody. His collusion with Lumumba's enemies facilitated the Prime Minister's assassination. In the aftermath of Congolese independence, Belgium, the former colonial power, watched with unease as Patrice Lumumba rose to power. Their determination to protect their interests in Congo would lead to sinister plot against Lumumba himself. This is the story of Belgium's betrayal to Patrice Lumumba. The Belgian authorities harbored deep resentment towards Lumumba for his outspoken criticism of Belgian colonialism and his calls for equitable redistribution of the Congo resources. They saw him as a threat to the economic interest in the region. Belgium's collaboration with Lumumba's enemies, both within Congo and abroad, laid a groundwork for his downfall. They provided financial and logistical support to anti-Lumumba's factions, facilitating his removal from the power. In a secret meeting, Belgian officials conspired with Congolese politicians and military leaders to undermine Lumumba's government. They sought to exploit internal divisions and tribal rivalries to weaken his authority. In a witness given by a witness, I witnessed Lumumba's arrest. It was clear that Belgian forces were involved. They collaborated with local authorities to capture him and hand him over to his enemies. End of quote. Belgian authorities played a central role in Lumumba's transfer to Katanga, a move to seal his fate. Their collusion with Lumumba's enemies facilitated his assassination. On the night of 19th January 1961, Lumumba's fate was sealed. Betrayed by those he trusted, he was captured by soldiers loyal to his adversaries, torn from his family and thrust into a darkness. Separated from his supporters and isolated from the world, Lumumba's captors subjected him into relentless interrogation and brutal treatment. Yet the spirit remained unbroken, defiant in the face of tyranny. Under the watchful eyes of his captors, Lumumba was transferred to Katanga, a land controlled by his enemies. His fate now lay in their hands as they plotted his ultimate demise. In the early hours of November 25, 1960, Lumumba and two of his comrades, Maurice Mpolo and Joseph Okito, were led to a desolate spot. There, in the shadow of darkness, they faced a final chilling act of betrayal. In a hail of bullets, Lumumba's voice was silenced forever. His death was not merely tragedy, it was a brutal betrayal of justice and humanity. As the echoes of gunfire faded into the night, the world mourned the loss of visionary leader, but Lumumba's spirit lived on, a symbol of resilience, resistance in the face of oppression. As the sun set on January 17, 1961, Patrice Lumumba's voice was silenced forever. His death marked not only loss of visionary leader but also betrayal of a nation's aspiration for freedom and self-determination. The legacy of Lumumba's assassination could cast a long shadow over the Congo and the continent of Africa. It served as a stark reminder of the lengths which powerful interests would go to maintain their grip on power. Yet despite the darkness that surrounded his death, Lumumba's spirit lived in the hearts of those who continue to fight for justice and equality. His legacy inspired generations of activists and leaders in their quest for a better future. In the end, Lumumba's death was not in vain. His sacrifice served as a beacon of hope in the continent striving to break free from chains of oppression and injustice. And though his voice was silenced, his vision of united and prosperous Africa endured, guiding the way forward. This rolled the story out. My name is Brian Odhiambo. Out.